you tonight? Welcome to Spiritually Speaking with Lori Albert. My name is Lori Albert, and I am a medium and intuitive. Spiritually Speaking is a feel-good, interactive, intuitive conversation that embraces all things spiritual. Each week, we discuss different spiritual or life topics. I have occasional guests on, and I take your calls on the spirit line so that you can be part of the conversation, or if you'd like to receive a reading. So, welcome to the show. I'm so glad that I'm here tonight with you guys, because I have to tell you, I almost just canceled everything. Oh my God. Today's energy, I can't tell you that I felt this bizarre in a long time. I mean, it just feels like the energy on the planet is just insane. That's the easiest way to describe it. So, I wanted to start off right away, of course. Let's do some saging, shall we? Let's just sage the crap out of it all, right? Oh my gosh. And we need to say our prayer. Wait here, hold on. So we light our sage and we say our prayer. Okay. So and this is for you guys too. So I'm saging you guys, I'm saging the set, I'm saging the computer, because, you know, I'm saging it all. I'm saging myself. So I break up and release all stagnant and negative energy from this place. May peace, light, and divine love protect us and be ever present. So thank you so much. Thanks for indulging me on that, you guys. Seriously, I can't even tell you how at about 1 o'clock today, like it was just like I'm just feeling this energy that's just crazy, absolutely crazy. So, hello to Eric, to Valerie, to Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, it's been a really bizarre couple of days. Yesterday was a little bit bizarre too, but you know, I think it's the remnants of Mercury being in retrograde. I really do. It's direct now, and that's fine. But as is always the case, for about a week and a half to 2 weeks after it goes back direct again, we see this volatile energy, and it's just, I'm serious, it's just crazy. So, and I will tell you that I love my little 3 P's thing, because I need it to like ground me. Patience, persistence, and positivity. Okay, the 3 P's for when Mercury's in retrograde. Actually, it's 3 P's for any time in life, I guess. But when Mercury's in retrograde, I try to really just, you know, keep it there. You know what I'm saying? Like keep on it, because I have to tell you, this is the time when I start losing patience, right? If I'm going to have an argument with my husband, this is the time that it happens, right? So I just keep going, okay, 3 P's, I've got this, right? Seriously, you know, I don't know. Some people are more affected by this energy than others. I will say that. So if you're not feeling anything, you're not alone, because there's a lot of people that just don't feel it at all. But you know, so that being the case. So I couldn't wait. So keep saging, actually, is really what I wanted to say. Keep saging, right? Because we have to maintain a positive, happy energy, right? So I wanted to tell you guys, I went to a workshop over the weekend, and I don't go to a lot of workshops and stuff. But I was super excited because I've never met this woman. Her name is Hollister Rand. Never met her before. But I've heard everybody just loves this woman, right? Loves her, right? So I came to find out so much about her. She is incredible. She works, it's very important for her, as it is for me, to work in the higher vibrations. She works out of love, joy, happiness, peace, all of that, right? And that's exactly how I work. And it's so cool to meet somebody, because she teaches that, and that's exactly how I already work. And so it was so really cool to work with her. This particular workshop that she did was about communicating with animals. And, you know, and I thought, you know what? I love this, because I get animals that come through, not often, but I mean, not all the time, I should say, but I do. And it was really pretty amazing. It was, I have to tell you guys about one of the things that happened. There wasn't, I mean, maybe there was, I don't know, maybe 50 of us there or whatever. So what we ended up doing was we did this sort of fast-paced round robin thing, right? Where you sit down, you give a reading, and then you have like, I don't know, a minute, and then you go to the next person and you give them a reading. And it's just to practice, connecting, making connections quickly, right? So here I am sitting there, and I'm getting like dogs and cats and dogs and cats and dogs, and that was great. It was fun, right? But I sat down with this one lady, and I started doing the reading, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, this next lady, it's a bird. It's a bird. She's got a bird on the other side, right? How freaking cool is that, right? So I was like, so I finished up with this reading, and I sat down with this lady sits down, and I said, you have a bird in spirit, don't you? And she goes, oh, yeah. And I was like, yeah, this bird was like so seriously, this bird was like, it was like they were soulmates. I'm serious, this bird, it wasn't like a regular like parakeet, like bird that you would have, but it was so cool. And it was like, oh my gosh, it was so cool. So that was really a lot of fun, And I'm just so excited to experience new things and meet new people and do all that stuff. So it was a really, really great weekend. So in doing this work, we like to stay at the higher vibration, because when the reason why I so gravitated to Hollister about this was about the high vibration thing was because it's, I don't like to connect with people, with spirits on the lower end, right? Because I just don't. Some people that I know, actually, they have the whole spectrum. And that is fine. But you know what? I just, for me, it's about keeping the vibration high. So that's what was really cool. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about that. So this workshop was about talking to animals, and it was so much fun. So anyway, I also wanted to tell you, we've got some more people. Brenda, roommate. And Tari, how are you guys? Thanks for joining tonight. I appreciate it. So I wanted to tell you guys about something that happened today. And this shows the power that spirit can have in your life if you just let it, right? I really, really work hard daily about living my life in the way that I just allow spirit to take over and spirit guide me, whatever it is, right? So today I usually eat my lunch between 12 and 12:30. And today I got busy, and I was doing this and doing that and everything. And I got way late, and I kept saying, I should get up because I'm really hungry. And so about a quarter after, hi Joe, thanks for joining. So I get up at about 1:30, and I decide I'm going to go get my lunch. And I walk into the kitchen, and it's like a whole big, kitchen area. And I walk into the kitchen, and this guy that I know is in there, who just is one of the most positive people I have ever met in my life. He is always up, always happy. He's had some really crappy things happen to him, but he is always up, always happy, right? And he's sitting with this man. Didn't think anything of it. I'm just talking because, I'll talk to your shoe, basically, right? I'll talk to anybody. So I'm sitting there talking to this guy, and then I knew. And finally, I was like, I'm going to introduce myself to this guy because I'm sitting here having a conversation. So I introduced myself and whatever. And so my friend says, he's like, you guys are both on the same wavelength or whatever. Oh, hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. So you guys are both on the same wavelength. And I'm like, what? And he goes, oh yeah, trust me, you guys have both have it going on. You're connected. And I'm like, really? I said, well, I'm a psychic medium and an intuitive. So, and he goes, oh, I do Reiki. And I was like, oh, cool. Awesome. So we start talking about, he knows several people that I know, which is what a small world, right? So he then starts telling me, and I'm in the process, because I've had some health stuff going on, like arthritis stuff and autoimmune stuff. Nothing dramatic, but I've had some stuff going on, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get my meds right. And I was telling him about how I went off all the meds altogether. Should I put them back on? Blah, 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 whatever. So he starts telling me, you should go to this doctor, who happens to be somebody I know. You should do this. You should do that. You should do this. And all of the stuff that he's saying, I mean, he's talking about, oh, the crystal around your neck. And he was like, yeah, you need to like wash that with the salt water. And I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about all of that. He's telling me all of this stuff. And I'm just like, this is why I didn't get lunch at my normal time. I was supposed to see this man. How freaking cool. If we just trust spirit, we just are able to live our lives in such a way that there's no need for worry, you know? I mean, gosh, that was just so, it was like a lightning bolt. And I was like, wow, this is why I didn't have lunch early, right? So pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, so that was really cool. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about your spirit guides. If you're not familiar with them, I'm starting from the ABCs of spirit guides, right? And then I'm going to lead a meditation about the spirit guides. And then for the last half hour or so, I am going to last half hour or so, I'll give readings. So you guys can type it. Don't type in your questions yet in case I miss them, because I'm notorious for missing them, so I apologize for that. But if I miss your question, or if you want to call in and we don't quite get connected, you can always direct message me later. Last week I had a couple people, and it was bizarre. Like I was saying stuff and they weren't getting it or whatever. And afterwards, I gave 2 readings and it all worked itself out. So that's what that was about. So anyway, so I want to talk about spirit guides. Right? What are spirit guides? Right? What are they? They are our protectors. They are our confidants. They are guides, obviously, and they are our teachers. Okay? I decided the way I was going to do this was I get a ton of questions about spirit guides, right? So I'm just going to answer some of the questions that I get, and then I'm going to talk some more about it, okay? So we hear them talked about all the time. This is one of the questions. We hear them talked about all the time in sort of spiritual discussions, but who exactly are they? Like, what are they, you know? They could be people that you knew in a past, in life. They could be angels. Some people ask if they are guardian angels. They could be a guardian angel. They can be ascended masters, like saints, deities, Native American chiefs or priestesses, anything like that. Anything, right? An animal can be a spirit guide. So yeah, that became really apparent to me and really real for me this weekend. So that was really cool to see too. But yeah, one of my spirit guides happens to be, and I've talked about him before, his name is Kirk, and he is an old boyfriend of mine from college, long time ago. An old boyfriend of mine from college, and he is a spirit guide of mine. So he comes to me, and actually, I used to do a radio show years ago. I did this radio show for a couple of years, and he was the one who said, you need to do this. And so he basically partnered with me. It was really cool. And he is my spirit guide, you know, and so he would sort of help me, I don't know, for lack of a better way to describe it, plan the shows out every week. It was really cool. I have different guides with me now to do this particular show. He's still here and he still gives me input, but it's just, they come and they go, you know? So the next question is, do we all have them? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. How lucky are we, right? How many do we have? Well, it's my personal belief that we all have one specific one that is with us from birth to death. Okay, so this person is with us from the get-go until we're done, right? And so that would be our spirit guide. That would be our main sort of guide, right? And then we have others that come and go depending on what's happening in our lives. Going to school, or a new marriage, getting married, illness, right? It's mostly like different, like sort of specific events that are going through, that we're going through that can help us. Hi, Michelle. Oh yeah, I know. Animal communication is amazing. If you ever have a chance to study, it's absolutely amazing. So, oh, Eric says to hi to Kirk. Love Kirk. I love Eric. So at any rate, so the next question would be is, can I talk to them? And the answer to that is absolutely. Absolutely. I believe that you can physically speak to them, or I also believe that you can speak to them sort of subconsciously, through your soul, your own soul speaking with them. It can be conscious or subconscious, right? That's what I believe. So are there people that used to be alive? And yes, sometimes there are. And like I said, I have my old boyfriend that is my one of my guides. So yes, they can have been alive. And do they have names? Yes, they do have names. And I get asked that a lot. And it always makes me laugh, because usually in a reading, if I am getting a guide, and I'll tell the person that I'm reading, oh, I have a guide, or whatever with you. And what'll happen is they'll say, oh, well, what is their name? They never give me their name. I've never had them give me their name. And the reason why is because you need to get to know your guide. And then as you get to know your guide, they will reveal, their name to you, or what they want you to call them, or whatever. In my experience, they don't really care, really, kind of what you call them. I mean, they just care that you acknowledge them and that you, that you talk to them, right? So that's kind of cool too. And then another question, can animals be our spirit guides? Yes, absolutely. I think that they could be, as far as the animals, they could be animals that we had in life. They could be animals that we that have crossed over. They could be. I believe personally that all animals, all our pets, are our teachers for sure. And it was interesting, because one of the things that Hollister said this weekend about animals is that they come into our lives, pets that is, for specific reasons. And I thought, that is so true. That is so true. They come into our lives for specific reasons. So to help us through, just as our spirit guides do. So it's interesting, because it's all, they're all for us, which is like what the cool thing is. They're all for us. They're all trying to help us just get through this life, kind of thing, right? So I thought that was cool. Okay, so now a couple of things that I wanted to tell you about spirit guides. You can tell them that you'd like to meet them. You can actually have a conversation. If you're interested in meeting them, you can tell them, I would like to meet you. Okay? You can talk to them and ask them any question. Okay? Meditation really, really helps. I will say that. Meditation really can help in this particular situation, right? In this particular, getting to know your spirit guide if you choose to. They won't, from what I understand, they really won't sort of make themselves aware, make you aware of them unless you ask them. You have to ask them to come in. Okay? So I will say that. If you're into journaling, you can sort of chat with them that way, which I always think is kind of a cool idea, doing that. I know a lot of people, I have several friends that do automatic writing. So, once you get sort of locked in on the way to communicate with your spirit guides, and it gets just you get a little bit more in tune with them, let's just say, you can go into a meditative state and just allow your pen to start writing, right? Isn't that cool? I just think that is so cool. It's a really cool, sort of an amazing way to connect with them. Right? Because they can tell you stuff. They can tell you stuff for other people, whatever. So, So, automatic writing actually is how I do how I do the meditations that I do. And we're about to do one. So yeah, so it's a really amazing thing to do. Automatic writing is a really great tool in spirit communication. So I want to say hi to Francesca and Virginia. Hi guys, thanks for joining tonight. So also too, crystals. Quartz crystals can really help to accentuate and sort of increase your awareness or your communication to spirit, not just your guides, but just, well, yeah, spirit, right, altogether. Clear quartz is used. Oh, I didn't bring it. I have a clear quartz that I used when I first started. I carried it with me everywhere I went, and it was great because it's used to enhance your awareness. It improves your perceptions. Your energy is increased when you use clear quartz, and your thought process is magnified as well, I believe. So for me, that's how I choose to do it. So anyway, so the next thing I want to say is that, we have some other people with us. Hi, Chris. Everybody's here. It's nice to see you guys. Actually, I'm not seeing you guys, but it's nice to know you're here. Hey, do you guys like my background, by the way? It's like we're at the islands. Is that not cool? I was like, I need to go to the beach so bad. But anyway, so next about our spirit guides, James Van Praagh, if you're familiar with him, he's a very famous medium, psychic medium, and he talks a lot on his website, and his courses and stuff. He talks a lot about spirit guides. Okay. And one quote that he said that I just think sort of sums it all up. He says, your spirit guides know what you need even when you don't. Right? So isn't that great? Isn't that awesome to know that we have somebody that can do that? I just love that. So, and then what I did was I wanted to tell you guys the few ways that he says to connect with your guides. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a couple, sort of 3 steps that he says he uses to connect with your guides. He says, open yourself up to spirit. Your guides are all around you, but they won't impose themselves upon you. Start a dialogue with them and call upon them when you need them. Okay. That was number 1. Number 2 is that you have to have faith. I love this, right? Have faith. Once you've asked for help, stop worrying. Wow, that's kind of big, right? Trust that your guides will deliver and help them out energetically by visualizing the perfect outcome. That's awesome. That's awesome, right? And then number 3 is stay connected with spirit. Be grateful for the gifts and blessings that your guides provide. And he says, pay it forward by treating others with love, compassion, and forgiveness. Isn't that awesome? I love that. So there are many videos, and I'm sure that there are some online with James Van Praagh, but there are many videos that you can look at, or you can watch that'll help you meet your guides. Okay. I'm going to lead a meditation right now where, if you're interested, you can maybe have it help you meet your spirit guides. Yeah, it's not, I don't want to say it's not that hard, but it's not that, it can be beautiful. Let me just put it that way, right? I want to tell you about how I met my spirit guides, right? I don't know if I've said this story before and you guys have heard this, I apologize. Oh, we have a lot of people here on. Tiffany, hi Tiffany. Virginia, that is so awesome. Yeah, it is, isn't it? So it is. So I want to tell you about how I met my guides, right? So I think I've told you guys before that I found out about my my gifts because I was meditating, right? And one of the first things that happened to me before I even started really developing my gifts is that one day I was like, I started seeing these colors just floating around, right? And I in my head I was like, oh, those are like blobs. It was like a lava lamp. Right? That's exactly what it was like. It was like a lava lamp. And it was like that blue purple color, like your third eye. So, right? So, and I knew that it was, but I thought it was just a really cool color. I wasn't really making it, I wasn't making the connection, right? So I started to talk to this one lady who I just love, and she is from Seattle, and she's awesome. Her name's Marie Manucherry. She's awesome. She's an energy intuitive, and she does a lot of healing work and stuff. She's really cool. Anyway, so I was talking to her on her radio show, ironically, and I said, I see these blobs when I'm meditating. Can you tell me what that is? And she goes, oh, that's your spirit guides, you know, whatever. And I said, well, what are their names? Like, how do I know? Why are they blobs? What is going on? And she said, just trust the process. Trust the process. So, and she's like, she wouldn't tell me their names, right? And so I was like, okay, right. So I'm seeing these blobs, and, you know, so I started affectionately calling my spirit guides the blobs, because she said, and I had a couple other people say, oh, don't worry. You know, they don't care what you call them, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's pretty awesome, right? And so over the course of time, it's developed into other things. And now I'm, you know, and of course I developed my gifts, and it's all changed. But they started out as blobs. So, I mean, who knows how it's going to start out for you? Every single person is different, right? So let's get this rolling. I want to get us all on the same page. If you're interested in meeting your spirit guides, and here's the thing, I'm going to leave this meditation. If nothing happens and you don't meet a spirit guide, don't make that mean anything. It just means it's that they're definitely there. Just right at this moment is not the time. Okay, so just be aware of that. So I want us all to let us all sit in our happy place. Let's sit in our happy, peaceful place, okay? If you can, put your feet on the floor, okay, so that we can get the energy up from Mother Earth, and put your hands, palms up on your lap, okay? So let's take a couple really nice deep cleansing breaths, okay? Breathe a deep breath in and release it through your nose. Do you feel how relaxed you already are? Let's take another deep breath in, because that felt so good. Take a deep breath and release. Let's sit and relax with our bodies. Relax our muscles. Breathe very calmly. Just be aware of our breath. So let's imagine that we are standing in a field, and far off in the distance, you can see the most amazingly beautiful garden that you have ever seen. This garden has all types of flowers and wind chimes and trees and a fountain with water flowing beautifully. You feel curious and you want to go sit in that beauty because it looks just so inviting. You want to sit in that happy energy. So you start walking over towards it. As you're walking over towards the garden, you feel more and more at home. And as you approach the garden, you feel like the most perfect energy. And you see this beautiful bench. So you walk over and you sit down on it. And it's so comfortable and so beautiful. And you look up at the sky and there's those beautiful little wisps of clouds in the sky. There are birds flying high around. And the wind is gently blowing. So you just feel so relaxed in this place and comfortable. As you're taking in all these breathtaking sights and feelings, you see someone walking over towards you. This person feels like they've been a lifelong friend. And you instantly feel 100% connected and comfortable with them. You ask them to sit down and join you on your bench. And as you do this, The unspoken conversation makes you feel love and joy and contentedness and peace. And you sit with them in unspoken conversation. And it's just you take in each other's energy. And it's so beautiful. So let's sit and take this all in just for a few minutes. There's no uncomfortableness, like sometimes when you're first meeting somebody. It's all just exactly as it should be. And after we sit there for a little while, we realize that it's time that we need to leave. Knowing that we can always come back to this beautiful garden and this beautiful place anytime we choose. And our new friend will be sitting there waiting for us. When you get up, you look over and you say, "I'll see you soon," to your new spirit friends. And you promise to see them again. And you get up and you walk back across the field, feeling a new sense of acceptance and unconditional love and happiness like you've never felt before. And we say thank you to Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful afternoon. Namaste. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. So, dying to hear what your thoughts were. So type in some comments, you guys. I want to hear what you thought. You can always go back to that garden. You can always go back to the garden. Always, always. And your spirit guide will be there. Right? Oh, isn't that great? I love that. Just love that. I know. I get so excited about these kinds of things, right? So let's see. Let's read some of these comments. Oh, Nadine has joined. Hello, Nadine. Michelle says, "I would love a general spirit guide reading when you do them." Okay, well then we will start it off. Does my spirit guide have anything to tell me? Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, Tiffany. You need to, and this is for you, everybody gets a specific reading to themselves, right? I just need to say that because there's no two people that are alike, okay? So just be aware of that. What I want to say to you, Tiffany, is that meditation for you regarding the spirit guides. I don't know if you followed along on the spirit guide meditation, but if you did and you want to do it again, do it again. Because you specifically are supposed to have more of a one-on-one right now. This is your time. Okay. Okay. So Michelle says, "I would like a general spirit guide reading when you do them." Okay. So Michelle is a whole different situation. And I apologize if it's not exactly what you want, but I gotta give the messages the way that Spirit wants me to, right? Okay, so there you go. All right, so Michelle, let's see. I really feel like, Michelle, I feel like you have, and this is just one, I don't know if this is your main one or not, but I feel like that you have I'm seeing Father Time. God, I couldn't think of what it was. Remember Father Time, like the pictures that we see? That's what I'm seeing, Father Time, like kind of right by you. and it feels like, Michelle, I don't know you, but I feel like that you are an old soul, and this particular spirit guide is actually, I'm kind of feeling like that he is like your wisdom. Like when you need when you have a question about something that's going on, like I don't know if you're in school or not, but this is like an example, but it's like, should I take these classes or should I take these classes kind of question. I feel like that he's there for that type of question for you, that type of situation, like life things, like life questions. Should I or should I not accept this job offer, that sort of thing. So I feel like that's what it is for you. And yeah, that feels pretty amazing. Okay, so Eric says, I wouldn't know where to begin. Energy was so chaotic all day. Hello. Yes, it was. Oh my God. Definitely just visited during the meditation. Very nice. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Joe says, beautiful, peaceful place. Nick joined in this time. Oh, that's great. Learning to meditate. That's awesome. Oh, that's so great. I love it. I love when people are they're inspired and they're learning to meditate and they're like willing to try, you know? Sometimes it's really easy for some people. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, but as long as you show up and you try, that's all it is, right? Oh, that's awesome. So Tari says, yes, I'm also all over the place in thoughts. Hard to concentrate during the middle of the day. I will visit the garden tonight. Yes, visit the garden tonight. If it didn't kind of work for you right now, visit it later. And if you need help with the visualization, you can always come back to this show and do it that way. So, yeah, pretty darn amazing. Virginia was distracted as well. Isn't it funny how sometimes we're just, it's just too much, right? And so I get that. So you can do it later. Yes, Virginia, I would love to give you a reading. I want to know, let's see, I'm going to do it mediumistically. This lady medium that I don't necessarily, well, I've met her, but she wouldn't know me, but she describes mediumistically. That's how she described it, mediumistically. And I just love that word. So at any rate, okay, so we're going to give you a mediumship reading. Oh, wait, before we do this, let me see what Michelle says. Thank you, Lori. I will definitely reach out to the Father Time Guide. Definitely had some major life questions lately. That's probably why he's here. Thank you for saying that, Michelle, because that's probably why he showed up, because he's the one that is, here to guide you. So that's fantastic. I love that you're aware. So awesome, Michelle. That's great. That's great. Okay, so Virginia wants a reading. So I am feeling like wow, okay, lots of energy. I think I've told you guys before that when I get like big energy, it's like goosebumps come up the back of my head, that sort of thing. So a lot of energy around you, Virginia. Actually, I have several. There's lots of people here for you. What I'm going to do is, Virginia, would you like to call in? It would be great if you called in, Virginia, because there's a lot to talk about, a lot to tell you. Okay, so let me just say this. Okay, so Virginia. Okay, I'm just going to say it this way. Okay, I'm seeing a male spirit. I'm trying to decide who is who's going to come forward first, because there's several. So Virginia, I've got a male spirit here for you. He feels like he's quite a bit older. Feels like, I don't know if you have a grandfather in spirit, or a father or a grandfather in spirit. I feel like that this gentleman is older. I feel like that he's got he was the type of guy, I don't know if he wore them, but the suspenders, that type of guy. He's not thin, but he's not huge, but so he's kind of a middle of the ground, a little bit on the bigger side of, like a medium-sized guy, right? Okay. So that being said, and I feel like that he had a mustache, like like one of those really cool older guy mustaches. So yeah, I'm seeing that, and there's like he's like so happy. He's like a happy-go-lucky guy, right? He's like happy, and he laughs a lot, and I'm seeing like big laughing, right? And yeah, and I'm pretty sure he has got. Oh, let's hope she's calling. Hi there, you're live on the air with Lori. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, it's Virginia.
Yay, Virginia! I'm so glad you called.
I had to write the phone number down because I had to bounce off the video for the
okay.
live thing. So.
Okay, well that's good. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard the spirit that I brought through. Did you hear any of that? Probably not.
Yeah, I heard that there's an older male.
Right, an older male, and I feel like that he's, like, I don't know if he would be like a father or a grandfather. He feels kind of grandfatherly, but I don't want to close the door on a father for you. Is your father in spirit?
Yes, both of them are.
Both of them are. Okay.
Both father and grandfathers.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, well, this man, okay, so he was the type of guy, okay, I feel like that he's not huge, but he's not thin, right? So he's like a medium build kind of guy, right? I don't feel like he's incredibly, I don't feel like he's really tall, but what I do feel like is that he was, I'm seeing like one of those sort of mustaches, and I'm seeing like a mustache on him, and I'm feeling.
Oh my God!
And I'm feeling.
That's a husband that died.
Oh, you're kidding. Okay. Did he happen to wear suspenders? This man?
At times.
Okay. So this is your husband? Like a husband that passed away?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh.
Let's hear more.
Okay, so I was getting into his personality. Well, what's funny is that I said grandfather, but what's funny is that it's just about the love. There's so much love, right, for you from this gentleman, okay? Now, I want to tell you about his personality. His personality, I feel like that he loved to laugh a lot. He was jovial. That's the word that's coming to me. He was jovial. So does that sound like your husband that passed?
Not really.
Oh, really?
That does sound like a grandfather.
Oh, really? Okay. All right. Well, did your grandfather wear suspenders? Ever?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he had to.
Okay. Okay. And was he jovial? Was he kind of funny? I mean, he just enjoyed life. I feel like that he was he was kind of, I wouldn't say a huge prankster, but he was a jokester kind of thing. Would you?
Yes.
Okay. So now we've narrowed it down. And that's what I was saying before. And I don't know if you heard me say this, but there's a whole bunch of spirit energy around you. Have you ever been to a medium before?
Yes.
Okay. And have they told you that? Wait, what?
Well, yeah. I've had readings over the phone.
Okay.
Mostly, but I do know a medium, and she has.
I was just wondering if anybody has ever told you that you have a lot of spirit energy around you, like you have a lot of people around you. So yeah. So this man is like, oh my gosh. First of all, I feel like I don't know where you are, but I feel like that he lived in where it was cold. Like I feel like that it was a colder climate. Is it happen to be cold where you are right now?
Right now, not really.
Oh, really?
We have a cool front coming through, but
okay. Because he's talking to me about being cold and like shivering. Don't ask me why, but he's talking about. So maybe that's just to warn you that a cold front's coming through and it's going to get a little chilly. He's a really funny guy, I will say. So I wouldn't put it past him to do that. That's really funny. He just loved you so much, and I feel like that. Were you a teen when he passed away? Were you, like, the reason why I'm asking that is because I feel like you knew him when you were a little bit older. Like he didn't pass away when you were young.
Correct. I was older when he passed away.
You were older. How old were you? Were you in?
I think I was in my 30s.
Oh, you were in your 30s. Really? Okay. Because it felt like you were more of an adult, but you must look young for your age. That's what it is.
Good genes.
That's great. That's fantastic. I feel like that he and his wife, he had a long marriage with his wife. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and they're out there together. Was her name Rose, or did she have something to do with roses? Something along?
That was her favorite.
That was her favorite flower?
Flower.
Oh, so she's there too. And they were a very cute couple. Very, very cute couple. They just were adorable. I mean, they had their fights and stuff, but I don't think that it ever lasted too long, the fights kind of thing. Like, they would sort of bicker with each other is what I'm kind of getting. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
He was the sort of the patriarch of the family. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And I think that's why he came through first, right? I think that's why he came through first. So, what a man. What a guy. I love this guy. Okay. So let me just, in keeping with the theme, I think that part of the reason why he came through right now is because he looks at himself as a spirit guide for you, right? I don't know if, do you talk to him? Have I read you before?
No.
I've never read you before? Okay. Because this really sounds, I don't know, I just feel like I've done this before, which, God only knows I probably have, and you know what I mean, alternate universe kind of thing. But I feel like that he is like a guide for you, and he loves to help you in all these different circumstances that are going on. I feel like that you have, I'm feeling like that you have sort of things spread out. Like, I'm seeing spread out. I'm seeing like do you have a lot on your plate right now? Because that's kind of, I'm seeing this and this and this and this.
Always.
And it's like, what I'm seeing is, the way I'm seeing this is a table, and it's like everything is spread out on the table, all the stuff that's going on. So, and he is there he was really good at problem solving and being helpful when he was alive, and so he wants to help you with get yourself situated, because I feel like that there's lots of balls up in the air kind of thing. So so yeah, and your grandmother, she's just the sweetest thing freaking ever. I mean, she's just adorable. She's just sweet, and she's there. I mean, she had her moments when she was could be a little tough cookie, I think, but I don't think that she minced words. Like, when she wanted you to do something, she made it very clear that you needed to do something. You needed to do this, and you need to do it now, kind of thing. But I feel like that she was really, really sweet. They had a really good, I feel like a really good relationship. It was really well balanced. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm seeing them standing side by side, and they're holding hands. When I see that, that means to me that they together, it was a partnership. So that's what that means for me. So so they're with you, and your grandfather, you can talk to him anytime. He will be helping you, and you can ask him for help on a specific circumstance, and he will do his best. You can talk to him just out loud wherever you are. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
Oh, that's great. So thanks for calling. I'm glad you called.
Thank you so much, Lori.
Oh, you're so welcome. Have yourself a great night, and you have a beautiful family up there.
There's enough of them.
Yeah, there sure are. Okay. Oh my gosh. Have a good night. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
That was so cool. That was just really cool. There's a lot. Woo! It's so funny because sometimes I'll do readings, and there will be like one person. Like, one person will come through, and that's it, or maybe not it, but, and then other times I'll do readings, and there's like, they're lining up to get it going. I love that. So that was fun. Thank you for having the courage to call in. I appreciate it. Okay, let me see what else we have. Red Casey. Hi, Red. Okay, tears, chills. I knew him immediately. Oh, that's so awesome. You met him. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Oh, I love hearing that. Great. Gina. Hi, Gina. How are you? Who is your spirit guide? Gina, who is your spirit guide? Oh, I feel like that you have, I swear to God, this is what I'm getting. You have like a fairy. I'm seeing a fairy around you. And you can have multiple guides. Like I said, you can have many, many guides. But this one that's coming through right now, I feel like is a fairy. And she is just sweet as can be. And she she plays little pranks on you to like get your attention. Like you clean up, I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like that you clean up the countertop and then all of a sudden you'll go back and there'll be like a little bit of sugar on there or something. So she plays little tricks on you. Not bad or anything like that, but just to let you know that she's there. And you talk to her. She's awesome. She's like a powerhouse, I feel like. You know, she may be a little fairy thing, but she's like powerhouse. So keep that in mind. Okay. Grandpa Jenny. Oh, that's awesome. That is so awesome. Tons of spirits around it. Yes. So Selena says, hi, Lori. Yesterday was my mom's anniversary of her passing. I used to follow her around, but I don't so much. Does she still visit? Absolutely, she still visits. Absolutely, she still visits. For sure. She is with you a lot. She is with you a lot, especially around anniversary of passing and that sort of thing. Yeah. So, pardon me. Goodness. Wow. Something. So, yeah. So, Selena, I think that was your mom. That's so interesting. Okay, so why is she making me do that? Did she have, I'm wondering, Selena, if your mom had some issues with swallowing maybe towards the end, that sort of thing. I think she's doing that for validative purposes. So I will just give you that. She is amazing. She is so fine on the other side. And I feel like you know that already, though. But I will say that, yes, she is around you. There comes a time, this is from her to you, okay, what I'm about to say. There comes a time when you need to learn to stand on your own 2 feet. Okay, so she's saying that she's always going to be with you, and it's like she's always going to be that pillar of strength for you, but sometimes you need to not rely on that, okay? She's working with you. So that's her way of working with you, okay? So I'll just leave you with that. That's actually really beautiful because she's helping you grow while she's on the other side growing and advancing over there. So that's like really cool too. God, I love what I do. Can I just tell you guys how much I love my life? Seriously, you know, and it's so funny because yesterday, really bad day for me, okay? Today, just really weird energy today, right? But I am having so much fun. I love when spirits come and they give messages. I love it. So thank you to the spirits. Thank you to you guys for trusting me with your spirits and your friends. So yeah. So that's that. Gina. Oh yeah. So Gina, your spirit guide. Yes. So keep looking for the fairy. I think you have fairies like all over the place. It's like a fairy world over there or something. I don't know what it is. So Gina, what do you think about that? I want to know what you think about the whole fairy situation. I love that. That's really cool. That's like really cool. I love that. I want a fairy spirit guide. You know, of course, I mean, I have an ex-boyfriend, which is really cool in itself, I will say. But you know, I want a fairy spirit guide. So we'll see. Maybe one will appear. I'll let you guys know. So, okay. So Selena says, oh, thank you. Yes. I feel like I can't move forward. Oh, well, you know what? It's because, okay, your mother is saying, not because you can't move forward. Let me back up. Sorry. I was talking. You know how when you talk too fast and the wrong words come out? So what I'm trying to say is that your mother is with you. You can move forward. You know what you need to do. You know the right thing to do. What is your gut instinct in your gut, in your solar plexus? What is your gut instinct telling you to do? You know it. You know exactly what you need to do. And it's scary to move forward. And your mother will be there helping you. But you need to make the decision and go. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Make the decision and go. I hope that helps. Because I feel like go. I don't know what go means, but, you know, so yeah. Love it. Oh, Wanda. Hi, Wanda. Nice to see you. Your heart is so open to so much right now. Your heart is open too much so right now. I'm either losing my mind or someone around me. Okay, here's the thing. I want to say, Wanda, is that crazy energy is going on right now. So just do your blanket of protection around you. Do you know what the blanket of protection is? Okay, you just imagine yourself in a bubble. Okay, and just imagine that bubble closes up all around you, and just sit in that. If you're meditating, sit in that. You need to be grounded as well. Wanda, I got all these messages for you. Wanda, I'm feeling like you need to ground. Okay, serious grounding. Now, I hope you know how to ground. If you don't, you can direct message me. I will help you figure out how to ground. But what you can do is sit or stand. And this is one way to do it kind of quickly. I learned this years and years and years ago, is that stomp your feet with bare feet, okay, on the either ground or, on the grass, or, even just, I guess, in your house, you can do it too. If you have, like hardwood floor, okay. So like just stomp your feet and just ground and say ground, and just do it that way. Okay. Cause that's like a really quick, easy way of doing it. There are other ways that you can do it too, but try that, because that should really work. And JoJo, hi Joe. 444 multiple times a day, more to tell you. Oh God. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to call you tomorrow. We have got to have, okay, so yeah, we need to have a big old conversation tomorrow, because it's crazy. Serious energy around you, Joe, and we will talk more about that now, because the show's just about to be over. So you guys were fantastic tonight, and thank you so much for joining me. This has been so much fun. I want to tell you guys what I've been doing. Follow me on Instagram, okay? It's Lori Alberta Happy Medium, I think is what it's called. Lori Alberta Happy Medium. It's like all one word or something. But I've been doing a morning, let's see, what did I call it? A morning mindful moment. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. And I can barely remember it when I say it, right? A mindful moment every single morning. So during the week. So it's just like a little piece of something to get your day started out in the right direction, right? So follow me on Instagram. I would love to have you guys and to be part of that. And let's see, follow me on Instagram. Oh, and Facebook. You guys are already on Facebook, but follow me on Facebook and on my page, Lori Alberta Happy Medium, Intuitive, and Life Advisor. So I would love to see you guys. So like I said, follow me on Instagram, because I'm like excited about my mindful moment for the morning. So love you guys. And until next week, I wish you all so much happy that you can't stand it. Stay grounded, stay well, and all of this crazy energy will be over soon. I'm going to go and get into bed and put the covers over my head. Just kidding. Have a great night, you guys. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Spiritually Speaking with Lori Albert.